Hello my fellow gamers and welcome back to our Dawn of War 2 Elite Mod Tournament. This is episode 2 where we will be covering round 1 of Group B. So guys that are new to this tournament or may have missed the last episode, which was the first one, we've got 2 groups of 5 players, and each round there's going to be 2 games where 4 players from each group will battle each other out. At the end of 5 rounds, everyone would have played everyone at least once, and then the top 2 players will be making it to a knockout. So the last episode, we had 4 players from Group A battling it out. I've not put the results here because I don't want to spoil it for you into people who have had a chance to find the series. The scoreboards will be updated at the end of round 2, so next week. But anyway, so in this episode, we're going to have 2 matches from Group B, which will cover their round 1, and then next week we'll go back to Group A and do their round 2, and so forth until we've played all 10 rounds, so 5 rounds for each group, and then we'll be moving on to the knockout round. So we'll jump straight into the game now. I don't want to delay too much because I'm hyped to see how this goes, and I'll see you guys there. Starting in the south corner of the map, in the blue shorts, we have Tyrannus playing as the Space Marines in their very shiny white armour. I don't recognise this. I don't know if this is a custom one made, or maybe I just don't know the lore that well. But, yeah, very nice shiny white armour in the south with the Space Marines. And in the north, we have our very own subscriber from Shadows Online Gaming playing as the Tyranids in the red shorts, playing as High Fief Leviathan. We have Sniper Cat. And that's how he gets in units. He literally just vomits them up. Yeah, so that's a fin. But immediately, Tyranids going for the numbers. Makes sense. We got Tyrannus, who's got Commando. We got a Scout on the left side, taking their first of the Paranoids. We have Marines. Let's see where they are. They're in the center, grabbing the location there. Requisition point, that's it. The Tyranids also playing as a Lictor. So their commanders... I mean, look, he's invisible. He's a close combat guy who's invisible, and he's just about... I think he's going to have his first bit of food for the day. We've got some more scouts coming in into the back there, but yeah, unless they've got detection... Oh, there he goes. So scouts trying to give them support where they take him on. Where are the other nids on the map? So we got some Hormigans in the top right here. The Tyranids mainly pushing. Oh, we got some Gaunts taking on some Marines there, but they're going to fall back while the Hormigans come in and give them support. Both trying to grab this victory point. The Lictor, it looks like they have... Ah, no, the Scout pulled back, but there was only one left, and now he's going to make his way through the next group of Scouts. The Spaceman Commander and Tactical Squads are trying to deal with these Hormigans, but they're now falling back, but that's fine. While they were keeping them busy, the Lictor's been able to deal with their infantry, which is probably a lot more better. Where is the other group of Gaunts? I believe that is, yep, on the northwest side of the map. And we got a load of power nodes coming, power generators. That's not creepy in the slightest, the way they pulsate and move. And yeah, we'll move on quickly. So, guys, where this is only the second episode in my... oh, this is brave. Look, they're capturing the point right on the other side here. As you see, there's a lot more blue there than there is red on the map. The Tyranids need to push out or they're going to have trouble. But we're going to quickly go over what is Dawn of War 2 in regards to how it works. So, you've got... 2 types of resources. You've got the power nodes. This gives you power, which you mainly need for upgrades and more advanced units. You then have the critical points over here, requisition points. This is pretty much your main currency. And the final one, I guess you can count as it, and these tickets. So both players start with 500 tickets, and they have to dominate these victory points. Now, at the moment, you can see on the map, we've got 2 Space Marines and Blue have 2, and now the Tyranids did have a third, but the Scouts coming in and grabbing that. Whoever has the most points will make the other player's tickets dropped, as you can see, because the Space Marines and Blue are dominated at the moment. The Tyranids in red are losing more tickets. Once that reaches 0, it's game. So, this Space Marine doing a bit of a run around. He's only got 100 health. I think the Lictor might be able to take him out. 76 health. And he's getting shot as well. 15 health. And he's been taken down. The Tyranids have taken down their commander. But the Space Marines are going for the main victory. As you can see, they now own all three. Because they own all three, those tickets are going to drop really, really fast. They're coming in now to try and capture that point. But if we flip this over, you can see the Space Marines have 356 resources coming into the Tyranids 293, but they've only got 29 power compared to the Tyranids 54. Meaning the Tyranids will be able to bring in, you know, more upgrades, more tech stuff. But the Space Marines definitely outnumber them regarding units. The Tyranids 14, well 15, that's gone quite quick as the Hornets going to come in. But the Space Marines, obviously each unit's worth more, but they've got worth 48 supply. Oh, we do have some Assault Marines as well coming out. Yes, they may have lost the commander, but with the Space Marines, each unit is quite deadly. As you see, they're beating up these... I mean, he is trying his best. He has got... What's that? Feeder Tendrils. So, increases the Lictor's offensive power. Each strike against infantry target heals the Lictor for 1.5% of the maximum health. So, as you can see, look, he's trying to make a run for it. The Assault Marines do the jumping, which makes the Tyranids scatter. So, that simply means they're now withdrawn straight to the base. Oh, look at the mess he's leaving behind. But yeah, those feeder tendrils, that's what was happening. He was actually healing for each strike he got. But it looks like those Hormiguns did get finished off now. We've only got a few Gorns, so the Space Marines are now pushing up. But where's his commander? Is he? Yep, he's got revived now, so he's got back into the fight. The Hormiguns do have Toxin Sacks, which will increase their offensive capability, and we do have the Lictor coming in. No upgrades for the commander just yet. We also have the red resource, which I believe is fancy abilities they can use. So, yeah, the Space Marines are just ahead in that regard. But it's a simple matter with the requisition and that, whoever has the most has more money. More money, more resources. Gaunt's using cover. That's interesting. Tyranids using cover, that's a 4. But yeah, the Lictor, as you can see, look, that means he's healing every time. He's smashing through these Marines. Scouts trying to push them back. The commander has now chased the Gaunts off, but they don't want to get too close because each base does come with a few turrets defending them. So you can't just base rush each other. Oh, it could have been the Lictor's time to go. He's only got 30 health. But no, they're focusing on the power nodes now, and the power generators, trying to get that electricity. As you see though, the most of the map is in blue. More power generators come down for the Space Marines. Assault Marines coming in as well. Where's the Tactical Marines? They're healing back up. But it looks like, yep, the Tyranids are now pushing forward with their Gaunts, both with Toxin Sacks. So what does that do? It increases range damage by 30% and health by 10. And does crippling poison. Oh, but we got some warriors in now. Purely close combat, these guys at the moment until they get upgraded. Yeah, the Marines are making a run for it, and a very good move there as well. These power generators are not worth losing all these forces over. Even the Assault Marines are pulling back now. So this is the Tyranids' perfect chance now to try and capture as much of the map as possible, and that's exactly what they're doing. But seeing that he's still got half his tickets, yeah, it's quite low, he is grabbing as many of the resource points as he can. Get the resource points, he is going for that victory point now as well. But you grab as many points as you can, and the resources will start going on your side, and of course if they start going on your side, that's when you can start causing some serious problems. Especially with the Tyranids being able to outnumber the Marines as it is, and look, pushing them down. Charges into them. The Assault Marines coming in, pushes them down, but now the Lictor's coming in to finish at the Assault Marines. And the rest is stuck here where they try and get their health back up. Let's have a look. So we got the Feeder Tendril still. The commander's not got anything. Is there any... Scout Squad do have shotguns, which is brilliant against Tyranids that are focused on close range. As you can see, getting some amazing damage in there. They're now falling back. Both of them tier 2, but the Tyranids are slightly ahead in that regard. But you do have levels of technology, so if they both get to level 2, they'll be able to get more advanced stuff. You know, more killing. Problem is, the Space Marines are still dominating with the victory point. When they pushed in the centre, they didn't push here. There's nothing here for the Marines defending. So they could have came in, grabbed that point, grabbed that victory point, and swung it around. It looks like the Tyranids are now doing exactly that. Tier 2 has now been researched for the Tyranids. Space Marines are halfway there. The Space Marines will probably know what they're going to get up to. Doing a main push over there. Yep, the Space Marines are pushing for their third location there, where the Tyranids are trying to grab the second. So now it's neutral. No point should be lost either side. But they're going to grab that one. But it's just as quickly... Oh! See that jump from the Lictor, though? Jumps in there. Oh, deadly jump. Well, there we go. That is amazing. Grants the assault, which allows the Lictor Alpha to jump and knock back surrounded units, doing 35 piercing damage upon landing. Also increases health, because of course it does. Tier 2, it's just about coming for the Marines. So there we go. The Marines are now Tier 2 as well. But the Tyranids again, a Gene Stealer unit out, elite melee infantry, and they are deadly. But the Lictor's taking a lot of damage. He's only got 50 health. Oh! Oh, he got knocked down, and he's been slain by the commander. Fantastic. With that, the Tyranids had to fall back. But the Tyranids have managed to fight off that purse. So now the Tyranids have 2. So the tickets are now dropping down for the Space Marine Tyrannus. Gene Stealers are just coming in now. So they're definitely making the most out of getting the tier 2 quicker. But look, the resources the Space Marines have got Tyrannus, over 600 resources, and he's getting more in than the Tyranids are. Tyranids are still getting, they're equal on power, but the Tyranids have definitely got more saved up. But yeah, as you can see, these guys are running. But oh, it's a trap. There's got Gaunts have got behind, and now they've been charged by the Gene Stealers in the back, and the only thing they could, oh, that was a nice grenade throw there. I believe that was from the Marines, the Scouts. Of course it's from the Marines. Why would it be the Tyranids of grenades? But there's some Scouts here grabbing that. How have they allowed them to do that? Look, they're just coming in behind and grabbing locations. And of course that will help with resources. The Lictor has returned for the Tyranids. Uh-oh, we have a Dreadnought. The Space Marines are building a Dreadnought. We now know what those resources were for. But yeah, once again, the Scouts trying to push in. Let's see. Well, everything else is falling back in, is trying to heal. While they falling back, the Tyranids can dominate the map, which is exactly what they're doing. Grabbing every location they can. You can see the map is going more and more red. And the tickets are now going more in the Tyranids' favour. Though Tyrannus has still got 400 points to the 228 that the Tyranids have. Sniper Cat. But they are taking out the power nodes. And what they can do, instead of destroying them, I believe if they capture that, they gain control of that. I could be wrong there. Could be wrong. Because these players know a lot more than they do. Oh, but the Dreadnought, the Space Marines are coming in, and they're going to do a good purging. Power nodes getting upgraded. The Tyranids are falling back. What do we have here? We've got some Gaunts over here. We have some Scouts over there. So the Gaunts could try and make a push on the left. Oh, here comes the Assault Marines. I was wondering why is the Dreadnought just sitting there, but those light hits aren't going to do man. But the Gene Stealers are coming in to try and deal with the Dreadnought, but they barely scratch the armor and immediately falling back. Quickly teaming up on the Assault Marines, trying to finish them off, but it just doesn't seem to be happening. Tyranids seem to be really struggling there. See that, though, we do have a level 4 Lictor there. Gotta keep an eye on that because that will affect it. Level 3, Force Commander, he's got artificial armor. So he's got health, increases health by 200 and regeneration by 2.5 HP per second, maximum energy by 20. But now we've got the Gaunts coming in trying to push on this flank, which I think they should have been doing in the first place. Got some more tactical Marines trying to push the centre, but the Commander's going out on his own. Oh, there's our deadly lead jumping in, but this Dreadnought, this is going to be a serious problem. Oh, we do have a Thunderhammer has been summoned by the Commander, though. So Crypts are derived to two-handed hammer that has a 15% chance to deal weapon knockback to reach below. Very effective against infantry and heavy infantry. 6.25% power melee DPS. And then comes the Lictor's not in a good place. He's got 10 health left. Is the Dreadnought going to take him out? No, he gets away. But he's also got Pheromones, grants the Pheromone Cloud ability that reduces the damage of enemy units in the target area by 30 and allows allied infantry to reinforce. That's insane. But we do have a Lardrone coming in for the Space Marines. Well, the Tyranids are going for tier 3. So they're going to have their top tier stuff coming out. And look at this mob coming out now. Gene Stealers, Gaunts support. The Warrior Boy has got Adrenal Gland, so increases the Brute's health by 65, the melee skill by 10, and upgrades melee attacks to a 30 heavy melee DPS. Oh, we've got something coming down here. Oh, nice. A Venom Brute has just been summoned. So these, I believe, are heavy infantry, good range. The Dreadnoughts now taking some serious damage. If the Gene Stealers and Warriors of their Adrenal Glands attacking, the Venom Brute coming in, and the Lictor jumping in as well. I think he just hit his own Gaunt. That was a bit harsh. But yeah, look at this. The Dreadnought's taking so much damage. He's only got 200 health. And unlike the heroes, if this guy falls, they'll have to rebuild all over again. But you do have the Librarian coming in now. Force Commander going in there, smiting things with his hammer. Victor is doing all sorts, but don't forget he does have the cloud, so he can reinforce. He's got the deadly... the Librarian immediately coming in, doing some nice damage. This is going absolutely insane. Where's the Venom Brood? Oh, they're withdrawing. So have the Gene Steeds and that. So the Tyranids are being pushed back, but they did push the Dreadnought back. Sorry, I just love that quote. But he's now getting his health up, but he's only at 250, so that's going to take a while. And the Tyranids again, some really good range stuff in with them, but they are a tier higher now. If we look at points, but the Space Marines have captured... oh, they would nearly capture the third one, but they have captured this one again. So once again, they're only 85 points for the Tyranids. They need to push back. They need to capture that one, and they need to capture some points. If they can capture this as well, but the Dreadnought is going to cause some serious problems for them. As you can see, the Tyranids are now overtaking them with how much requisition again, but not as much power. And in HSA, that's a lot more important, getting that power. There we go. This is what the Tyranids want to do. They've grabbed the center. They're capturing 2 points. They should be able to push this back now. If they can make a push there, would be fantastic. But we do have their submarines. They're sat there waiting for their chance to jump. Gene Steed is hitting them. But I think for the most part, people are just building up their resources, getting their money ready, getting any reinforcements ready. I mean, Tyranids of tier 3, that's scary. The Gene Steeders, though, let's have a look at the upgrade. They've got the Rending Claws, Crystal with melee heavy claws, increase melee damage against vehicles, make the Gene Steed Brood effective against all targets, 34.75 heavy melee DPS. Warriors have got their Adrenal Glands, the Venom Brood there. We have the Gaunts have both been given Toxin Sacks. The Victor has still got the Feeder Tendrils, the Deadly Leap, and Pheromone. So the Commander, he's now got a teleport back. Grants the teleport ability. That's force grants to teleport to a targeted location. The Tyranids are pushing up though, but the Space Marines are pushing up on the flank as well. I mean, the points are not looking good for the Tyranids, but they need to really make this push. If they can hold, look, they dodged the assault ability. Problem is, all these guys have now been upgraded to be able to do a lot of damage against everything, including vehicles. As you see, the damage there is huge. Where is the Venom Brood in all this? Standing back there. Getting reinforcements in, but a group of Gaunts have been immediately wiped out, guys. Absolutely wiped out. Oh, but we do have the Tyranids getting their tendrils down now, which will give a buff, I believe, to all the guys nearby. But look, the Dreadnought, how much health? He's only got, come on, jump over him, the Victor, and he's down. That's a huge blow for the Space Marines there. The Tyranids could probably now fall back. I mean, there's some scouts there. That deadly, they jumping on the Marines there to get rid of... I think that killed the Assault Marine. And they're capturing that location or taking them off him again because the Tyranids can't afford to have them. Because I think it's 2 points per second they're losing. Oh, we've got Carnifex being built for this Tyranids, but the Space Marines are now going for the tier 3. That they just kind of just sat there and then died. That's really unfortunate. The Tyranids took a lot of losses there. Gaunts there, we got Warriors falling back there, we got Gene Steeds coming down south now to push back. But the Space Marines are focusing where they need to be, which is getting this point. If they can just get that point. But oh, sneaky Gene Steeds coming in to grab that point, and there's something he's going to notice. Nope, they're too busy taking down some Flora. Here they come though, they are coming in to get them. But they were invisible at the time, but now they've neutralised it, that's all they need to do. The Space Marines are now captured the centre point. Carnifex is about to be born though. That is that's problematic, being the Space Marines lost their Dreadnought. And this guy's deadly, and he's getting the Barbed Strangler and Spore upgrade and immediately pushing forward. Gene Steeds have been able to put them on the back foot now. Yeah, Commander's falling back. He's at level 5. So the Commander's now taken over. That's probably because of slain and many a Gaunts with that Thunderhammer. But now the Tyranids are pushing up once more. But that Barbed Strangler, that's going to be a problem. Let's have a look where it does. So Biomorph for Barbed Strangler, effective against infantry, but removes AoE from melee attacks. Shoots siege spores that erupt on impact, suppressing infantry in a radius of 12. Also grants the Spore Crystal ability, which spawns Spore Mines around the Carnifex. Removes the Carnifex melee resistance or 105% plasma cannot damage per shot. Nice. But yeah, it's suppressing them, which is slowing them down. Which is what the Tyranids want, because now they can counter-attack better. Space Marines are now at tier 3, But if you look at army strength, 66 to 53. So if it's a straight up fight, the Space Marines should win. But Tyranids don't do straight up fights. And as you can see, they've suppressed a lot of the guys around them, causing a lot of damage. We do have a Predators being built now for the Tyranid. Yeah, Tyranids have a Predator. The Space Marines are building the Predator now. But the Tyranids are getting 2 points up. If they can, they want to use this opportunity where the Space Marines are falling back to capture this first point. I think that's the only way they're going to really be able to win this. They've only 19 points there. If the Space Marines just need to capture 2 points and just hold it for a bit. Just hold it for a little bit and they should be able to... Literally, we're talking like minutes. Would be enough for the Tyranids to lose points. The Lictor is now back though. We do have a veteran squad's been teleported in. Look at that. These guys I would not want to mess with. Reinforcement coming in. And the thing is, the Space Marines know, with the points, they can just sit back. As long as they don't lose this third point, which they're going to be protecting. Tyranids are making a point there, but I bet you when the Genestealers see that tank, they're not going to want to be there. Yep, they're immediately falling back. And that's it, the Space Marines just have to hold that. And then Tyrannus, if he can, make a push here. And then he would actually just have to wait a couple minutes, really. In comes Barbara Strangler, takes out some of the building, suppresses the commander, but is now being chased off by the Predator. And the Predator has got extra armor, so his health has been increased by 200, which is great because he knows that needs got. Oh, apparently that was a real armor hit. Victor does a beautiful jump there, but the Gaunts are being absolutely shredded at this point. What we do regarding resources, I mean, the Tyranids are 330. Which, I don't know, I think he's saving up, but they're having to fall back. This is not what the Tyranids want to do. What you want is a unit sneaking behind here now and grabbing that so that the Space Marines can't push. But look, the Conflicts just sit there, get a few shots off, getting some nice damage. Not sure what happened there. It looked like it fell through the battlefield. Never mind. But if we look at army strength, 84 to 53, the Space Marines, if this is not good, the Tyranids don't want to go up in a straight up fight. They want to try and outmaneuver the enemy, try and grab those locations. We got some scouts, they're grabbing the location. The Gaunts are trying to help. We got them suppressed by the Carnifex. The Genestealers and Warriors get in there. And look, they've taken even the maximum. Oh my god, look at the damage they've done! He's desperately trying to heal, but he's only got 30 health left. But the Genestealers, it looks like, yeah, all the Warriors got wiped out. Now the Genestealers have been wiped out. Desperate as they were to take him out, suddenly this has swung around badly for the Tyranids. They've literally just got the Lictor over there and the Carnifex. The Space Marines have got a, oh, did the Predator... The Predator did get... The tip there, look, see the damage he just did to those Marines. They just did that and blew up the tank. I'm sorry I missed that, I didn't realise that. The Cup Hitter Tower actually destroyed the tank. And the Victor's gone down, but he's still got some health going. They're now falling back. We got Genestealers coming back now. But the Space Marines do have their Vanguard now, and they've got this lovely pool, 300 tickets they can just sink into. The Tyranids, look at that, I love that. Jump and leap. And what have we got? We've still got the Thunder Hammer, the Artificial Armor, and the Teleport. If we have the Scouts, one's got shotguns, one's without. We have an Assault Squad, Librarian, Starguard Veteran. But another Predator's being made, and a Warrior Brood is being summoned as well. Hang on, it's being cancelled and redone. What? He's going for the Tyrant Guard instead. Monstrous Infantry. Well, Monstrous Creatures, so but the Scouts, Space Marines making a push on the right flank. On the eastern flank, sorry, I've got to get used to that. But the Carnifex have been such a pain just by suppressing everything. I mean, look at how damage he does. They're tearing this down. Oh, but there's the Spore Mines they can summon. But, guys, we do have a Predator coming in. Starguard's getting a good position here. Oh, beautiful hit there by the Spore Mines. Suppressing and blowing them all up. Carnifex is trying to get out of there. Victor's just ran off. Where is... there we go, guys. The Space Marines are doing a push on the west side, grabbing the west northern point. Remember, they only need to get 2 points and then just hold it for a couple of minutes. But the Genestealers are trying to capture the point, but immediately get attacked by the Predator. But they have the Rending Claws, so they will literally just smash that to bits. We do have a Tyrant Guard on the field. Slowly coming along, doing a bit of a charge there to try and get them. But as you can see, that both players are desperately trying to get... But they're headed at the moment. The Predator can't see them. It's like, there's Genestealers. What Genestealers are in? And immediately they're attacking, getting some rear armor hits as well. The Space Marines have covered the second point, and there we go, guys. I think that's it. Tyrannus have got the win. Yep, that's it. So while that was happening, the Space Marines were able to grab that point. The Tyranids could not grab that. And just to rub it in, the Space Marines even nearly grabbed the third point. And that's it. Unfortunately, it was just a war of attrition, and the Space Marines were just a lot more careful of their resources, I could see. If you have the final income, the Tyranids had loads more income, though. Loads more points done. But it just wasn't enough. Can't believe I missed the Predator getting blown up by that center, because there should be a center tower, and that blew up the Predator. Absolutely fantastic work there by Snappercat. GG to both players. That was a ridiculously long game. I'm now going to have a breather, and then we'll move on to round 2. Starting in the southeast corner in the blue shorts, and to make it a bit easier for us, also painted as Marines blue for us, we have JGL, who will be using the Alpha Carry as their commander. In the northwest corner in the red shorts, we as the Thousand Suns, I believe that's the Thousand Suns. Where's their unit? Yeah, that's the Thousand Suns, alright. We have a Kaz. So we got Chaos Space Marines coming in, we got GLHFs going in as well. So immediately they've both got their basic units out. The Scouts are going straight for the centre though. Well, the Coaters got slightly distracted by the control point there. So one's going for the quick win, the other one is going for the resources. JGL has said he hasn't slept in 16 hours and he's ready to do this. We do have Space Marines though coming in as well. I have it in 24, so I think we'll be fine. That's good to know, guys. So the Chaos is coming in, getting the flanks now. They've got the... And I forgot to mention, the commander is Chaos Sorcerer. I'm being distracted by the chair. This would be a fiesta. But immediately, the forces of the Imperium in blue have grabbed 2 of the locations, immediately getting their tickets to drop very quickly. Chaos is only just getting their first point. That's over there. So we got some Marines coming in on the flank here, grabbing the critical, not the critical, just the power node there. Do have some coaches that have gone for the center point. They're being reinforced by more Marines. So we've got 2 squads of Chaos coaches coming onto the field for the forces of the Chaos. Got the Sorcerer coming in as well. Scouts trying to get in there, but they're pinned down by the Marines. What's the their Marines are all the way over there. Now Alpha Carry is taking on the Sorcerer in a hand-to-hand combat. Now, surely the Thousand Sun Sorcerer would win. No, apparently not. Apparently not. They're battling it over there. Forces of the Chaos are pushing the Space Marines back, though. But now we've got the Space Marines coming in for the forces, the Imperium coming in to flank the Chaos Cultists. But to be fair, their lives aren't that much of a problem. But look at this, the Alpha Carry's healing himself, but now the Coaters have jumped in as well. And the Forces of the Chaos have grabbed 2 of the points, so now the tickets are going to be dropping for the Space Marine Loyalists. Alpha Carry's now getting out of there. He's on, oh, and he's down! That's a huge early push for the Forces of Chaos. And, what's that? Oh, they're getting Noise Marines for the Thousand Suns now. Coaters coming back. We've got some heavy ranged infantry, I believe these are. They're big cannons. But the Loyalists have actually pushed the Forces of Chaos back and grabbing the centre point. But then we got the Forces of the Chaos are pushing the into the back. But they're quickly getting out of there, and that's a very good move. The Alpha Carry's back. He has got a Sangorn Chainsword. So Chainsword Bow Pistol, that gives 25 health to the Alpha Carry with each melee attack. Space Marines have actually got behind, but they are outnumbered by the Coaters and Marines. But as I was reading, against infantry, also increases the Alpha Carry's charge damage by 11. So from 12 to 23, 38, 48, 38.46. And yeah, as you can see, that's where the Chaos Sorcerer thrives. Do you see that? He absolutely smashed them. The Noise Marines in there, having a good time. Flippin' heck. This is going, and we got scouts with shotguns. So the Space Marines are definitely going close combat, but they're being absolutely slaughtered here. And now the Alpha Carry's kind of been left on his own. We got Marines falling back. We got more coaches coming in. Let's just try and go to overview of the map at the moment. So we've got Tactical Marines that are just coming in now. They've been healing out. The Scouts have to fall back. The Alpha Carry's been completely cut off and now he's fallen back. Chaos Sorcerer, he's just prancing around doing his thing. Probably going back up to capture these power nodes and locations. In the name and glory of Chaos. He's now got a Sword of Flame. Yes, he does. Increase the Sorcerer's melee damage. 44.29 melee DPS. And ignites targets in Unholy Flame. Doing 5 piercing damage every second for 5 seconds. As causes grants the cascading fire ability, whether it add in Sword of Flame, burn all enemy units around it in a radius of 10 for 6 damage. Wow. Sorcerer's now fallen back. But Chaos definitely seems to be getting the upper hand here, I feel. But the Loyalists are winning by points, and that's what it all comes down to in the end. Right, I keep getting distracted by all these people are asking for me to do like roundups defense, but I'm finding that it distracts me from the main thing. Scouts are now pushing it with Tactical Marines. But remember, this is everything the Loyalists have. But the Forces of Chaos, yes, they've got these coaches, but the coaches aren't that big a deal. Really aren't that bothered, and they are actually chasing them off. I mean, they do have a Space Marine Sergeant as well, but the Forces of Chaos are actually pushing the Loyalists back. I know at least one of my subscribers is going to be enjoying this game, that's for sure. But yeah, he's been suppressed as well, but he has leveled up, so now he's at level 2. He's getting the Purification Rite, which I'll read about in a moment. What level are you at? You're at level 2 as well, so 2 level 2 commanders. How's the income looking? Hugely in the Chaos favour. They're definitely dominating this map. Yeah, they might be behind in points, but going for that early capture of all these points on the flanks here and here. Look, we've even got some Chaos Marines here, Noise Marines coming in, capturing some points, causing some problems. You can't hold the map if you don't have units, and that's exactly what the Imperium are learning. And look, not only have they got more units, they're now getting to tier 2 for the Forces of Chaos, and they've got 2 of the capture points. We do have some scouts trying to do a bit of sneaky capturing of requisition point, trying to even out that resource war, but the forces are Chaos generally getting in there. But on the other side, the Noise Marines have got them as well. Looks like there is a push coming in. We do have a Assault Marines now for the Loyalists. Making a good push there. The Scouts coming in for the centre as well. They're determined to capture this point. And this is what I absolutely love this map. It is like an arena here. You could go for the outside and grab the point of resources, or have a massive fight in the middle here. Gotta be careful though. They might not realise the Assault Marines are there. Oh no, they're all bunched together. They're going to jump in. Look, he lured them in with the Alpha Carry and charges in, but the coaches are the only ones that jumped in there. Sorcerer is getting picked on. Look at the amount of firepower. He's immediately trying to get out of there. I don't think he's going to make it though. He does. They've 23 health. These coaches come to their rescue and then immediately do a withdrawal. Uh-oh, we have a Blood Crest coming in. Let's have the Purification Rite. When artificial users heal, enemies within 7 radius of the target will take piercing damage and weapon knockback. Oh, we got some demons have been summoned here, some Bloodletters, but they're immediately put down. But they were just there to cause. But I believe that'll just keep spawning Bloodletters until they deal with them, though. Fantastic. But the Imperium are actually pushing Forces of Chaos back and getting all 3 locations. Normal Marines are now getting in there to try and deal with it. Bloodletter's doing a great job, but the Forces of Chaos need to get back in there. But they do have a Blood Crest coming in. Look at this, though. Heavy metal for the win. But yeah, now the Forces of the Imperium are probably going to have to put it. But they've got all 3 points, so look, those numbers are going to drop hugely. Submarine's doing a good job. But in comes the Blood Crusher. That's going to cause all sorts of problems. Yeah, as soon as the Loyalists see that, they're gone. It's like, we've got 3 points. They've got to capture those points back Let's fall back, get our health up, and get ready for the next engagement. Bloodcrusher, understandably, not wanting them to go. He's smashing everything to bits as he goes as well. But don't forget, I believe they still have, the advantage of resources. And they're going to use this chance to push up, get the Coaters to capture all the locations. And the Forces of Chaos are capturing 2 at the same time. That Bloodcrusher still going. Oh, he's going for the power node at the back here. They've not even captured that, so if they can get this. This is their main source of power. If he can destroy that, they won't be able to get advanced units. They won't be able to tier up. I mean, they're not even tier 2 yet. The Marines are definitely... They might have the point lead, but they are struggling, I think, in the long run. Got some Chaos Space Marines coming in. What have we got over here? We got Havocs now as well. We've got some big guns here. The Noise Marines, the Havocs, and the Bloodcrusher for close range. Chaos Space Marines are trying to capture the point, but they're being pushed back by the Loyalists. But while they're walking off, the Marines... Oh, but it's a flanking maneuver. He did take that out as well, and now he's charged in, and the Noise Marines are slowing them down, and behind them the Coaters to pin them down. The Space Marines have found themselves in quite a bad position here. Assault Marines trying to help out. Alpha Carry's trying to go, but now they've just all been suppressed as well. The Sorcerer's getting in there. This is not good. The Assault Marines have done a run for it. The Alpha Carry, though, I think he's going to try and make a run for it as well. But now the Chaos Forces are pushing in thick and fast here. They've not captured this middle location though, which is really interesting. They've got Marines just... The Havocs just sat there. Chaos Forces are grabbing that point though. Space Marines, they're finally getting up to tier 2. But they've been pushed right back. But they do have this buff of tickets. But oh dear. They're losing all of their power. Look, 25 to 64. So if they get to tier 2, they've not got much power to use. So they've pretty much destroyed their power income. They need to capture it though. But for some reason they've fallen back. They must have seen the Marines were coming and thought it's not worth it. Chaos Space Marines got to try and hold them off for a bit. The Forces of Chaos have captured all 3 locations though. We do have some sneaky scouts over here, but they've been caught and are now withdrawing. And now the Chaos Marines are falling back, but that's absolutely fine. Because they've got all the Bloodcrushers to that. Where are you going? The Havocs. They don't want to be caught up by the Assault Marines. They will be caught up if they do. Tactical Marines trying to help him. But we got tier 3 coming in for the Forces of Chaos. While tier 2 is only nearly just been finished. Assault Marines do a jump to get away. We got another epic duel going on. But with them, the FK can help himself. But the Havocs are getting into position now. This is not good. They're going to gun him down. Oh! Bloodcrusher is taking none of it. And the Alpha Carry has been taken down. How much resources has he got? He's got 400, nearly 500 resources. They are completed tier 2. But look, their resources for power is practically non-existent. They are capturing the location, the critical location, victory point. But they're having to fall back now. The Bloodcrusher smells some easy meat in the scouts and is chasing after them. But now they move in to grab this final location. Coaters falling back. Assault Marines getting back in there. They do have Thunder and Lightning. Equips Assault with Melter Bombs and Blind Grenades. But the Sorcerer doing his fancy Doom Bolt abilities. No, that's right, remember from Dawn of War. There goes some grenades. The Sorcerer's only got 40 health left. But he has... Oh, the Assault Marines have 50 health left in the match. But oh, we've got an ability going down. Bit of fire being dropped there. But of tier 3, what is the... Got the Alpha Carry back. The Scouts trying to get their health. We've got the Tactical Marines covering the Assault Marines as they try and desperately capture this third location. Where are all the Forces of Chaos, though? Got the Bloodcrusher. We've got the Space Marines, the Cultists, Noise Marines at the back there. We've got the Havocs as well, which are in a perfect position to cover this. That's what you want, is they can just sit there using this cover and just cover all of that. They don't need to get involved. Oh dear, this is not good. Oh, and now we've got some fancy Zin's magic going down. Unfortunately, I don't know what that ability does. You don't have anything that tells you unless you're actually in-game, which is unfortunate. Tactical Marines have got themselves a missile launcher. And they miss and nearly hit the Alpha Carry. But they've got to be careful, because if they get too close... If you get too close, these guys are going to get gunned down by the Havocs. Alpha Carry trying to push up as well. Look, they've been pinned and now they're having to withdraw. The Tactical Marines are trying to push up as well. Getting some good shots off, but I don't think... And now the Bloodcrusher is coming in. He cares not for your missile launcher. It is 2-1 in the favour of Chaos. And they've turned it around as well. The points are now in the Chaos favour. Those Havocs are going to cause a serious problem because the Space Marines, the Loyalists, cannot push up while they're there. I don't understand why the Chaos Forces didn't capture that point, because now, look, they've got their power nodes back up. Wrong button, apologies. So now they've got it back up, but look how much power they're getting, 222. Oh, sorry, that's how much they got. They got 74, so nearly double. And 264 to 264. But they've got so much. They're saving up for something. Is the Bloodcrusher going in? Of course he has. Of course he has. And look at the damage he's taken. But the point is, now these guys can't push up. You've got the coaches to grab in that. You've got the Noise Marines are destroying that with the Tactical Squad. So this is a very tactical choice here. The Bloodcrusher is going in. Oh, we've got the Grey Unclean Ones being summoned by the force of the Chaos. I'm telling you now, they've got nothing to deal with that. They're struggling with 2 turrets. Their Marines have a rocket launcher, their Scouts, and their FK. They're struggling with the Bloodcrusher. But the Bloodcrusher wants to get out of there. He's taking a lot of damage. Meanwhile on the map, the Scouts are trying to push up. But the force of the Chaos are dominating it. They are being suppressed by the shotgun, but they're having to fall back as well. Maybe he wants the Bloodcrusher to die. Maybe it's a resource for him. But look, he is down. I can't help but feel that was a tactical choice. But look, now the force of the Chaos, including the Havocs, are moving up now. They can smell victory. They've only got 100 points left. They are capturing all of the points. The Blues will have no points at this point. At this moment of the game. The Havocs have set up. That is not good, guys. Look, they are mowing them down. And we've got Chaos Space Marines getting in there for close combat so they can't shoot. And the Noise Marines getting the Alpha Carrier. I think he's going to fall. He's trying to heal. He's now withdrawing though. And look what we've got here. That's GG. JGL throwing in the towel. And there we go. We've got a Great Unclean One on the field. He wouldn't have known that was out yet. But the force of the Chaos have earned a glorious victory here. Taking on all of the points. I mean, they've got an Alpha Carrier that's unconscious and a Tactical Squad, which couldn't even take on the Bloodcrusher. And the Space Marines here have got the Chaos Marines. They've got their level 2 cultists. Level 3 sorcerer. He's stood on the ground. They didn't even bother reviving. He says, I'll have a lay down. It's fine. But they've got your Chaos Space Marines fighting up. You've got the Noise Marines to support. The Havocs pinning everything down. And yeah, this guy, I mean, if he wasn't going to throw GG in then, he would have the moment this guy would have come in. So there we go, guys. That ends this round of Group B. So do hit that subscribe, comment. Oh dear, having like 2 big battles like this is too much for my mind to cope. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already for more Dawn of War action. This will be a weekly event. Every week we will have this on. Another round. I mean, we've got 10 rounds just for the group stage, which is going to be brilliant. Do comment below your thoughts. I was going to say criticism then. Any constructive criticism for my commentary, because I'm new to the Dawn of War 2 commentary. I've done plays, I've done games of it before, played the campaign and that, but to do commentary of the game is completely different. So do comment below your thoughts. I had some great feedback from the last episode. So do that. Do subscribe. Do hit that like button. Of course, share this as well, guys. I know there's a big Dawn of War 2 audience out there for people that enjoy watching these games, and it'd be great for that audience to find this channel, be able to enjoy this content. So do let them know as well. Share it, put it on your Discord, your Facebook, whatever it needs. Put it on there. It would be greatly appreciated. And I will see you all for next week for round 2 of Group A, where I'll then be upgrading the tables afterwards, and this stuff gets serious. Till next time, take care.